Welcome to Third Hour Science. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. I hope you had a chance to watch the video yesterday on Earth Day. We will have a big packet that goes along with that lesson for the first week of May. It is a big packet. There's some fun activities in there. However, there is some serious lessons on Earth Day. Today we are going to do a quick review over our questions in our unit, section 3.3, plant adaptation to environmental changes. After we review those questions, we will move into our heart and lung worksheet. And I will also give you a glimpse of the word find. So, plant adaptations to environmental changes. Question number 1 of the review. What are 2 reasons a plant responds by moving or bending? We learned that plants need light. And if they're indoor plants and they're not getting sufficient light, they will lean towards the light. So they will start to bend. And after a while, if they stay in the same place, they will start growing that direction. So light is very important to plants. The other thing that is very important to plants is gravity. So we learned that if you lay a plant on its side, that the roots will begin to grow downward again. And that is due to gravity. So question number 2, how do plants respond to daily and seasonal changes? We also learned in our lesson that by opening or closing their leaves, collecting the sun during the day, closing their leaves during the nighttime to prevent water loss. Some plants go dormant, while others, as in leaves, may change colors and then fall off the tree. Then we have fall. That's a season change when that happens here. So define and give examples. Question number 3 is define and give examples of xerophytes and epiphytes. Xerophytes are plants that have adapted to dry environments. A cactus is a plant that has adapted to its dry environment. Epiphytes grow on other plants and obtain moisture through the air. They live in humid places. Most are ferns or orchids. They cling to trees high above the forest floor, which allows them to get sun and air. A fern or an orchid are examples of epiphytes. So this will conclude our lesson on plant reproduction and life cycles. On Monday, we will begin lesson 3.4, plant reproduction and life cycle. Then we will have one more lesson in this unit and we will be completed. Could take us to the end of the school year. Okay, so I said we would have a glimpse at our word find. This word find was on emotions. I had a tough time with a few of them. I hope that you all found them and that you had time to do your worksheet. So looking at the heart and the lungs worksheet, and the questions on back. After you have read your assignment, your reading on it, you would go to the back page and the question number 1, what gas is exhaled as waste is the question. So I can turn my page over here and I can see right here where it says, when you breathe used air containing CO2, carbon dioxide is pushed out. Okay, so that is where we would find number 1. And number 2, the heart and the lungs work together to digest food. Okay, so here at the top, the heart and the lungs are really a team working towards the same job. They have the same goal of getting fresh air into the body. Question number 3 asks, Which blood vessels carry used blood to the heart? Is it the arteries or is it the veins? So I look over here to my reading again, and I can see where it says the used oxygen, now changed carbon dioxide, travels back to the heart through the veins. Okay, number 4. Which blood vessels carry fresh blood to the body? Is it the arteries or is it the vein? So I'm going to go back to my reading and I'm going to find my answer in there. And what I have found is freshly oxygenated blood Well, I guess the whole little paragraph says it would do no good if that freshly oxygenated blood just sat around outside the lungs. Your heart sucks the blood back from the blood vessels that surround the lungs. Then it pumps it to send it out of the body through the arteries. Okay, so looking at question number 5. About how many times do you breathe per minute? Okay, again, I can go to my reading to find that answer, and I'm going to find that answer right here. You breathe an average of about 20 times per minute. So that is where you would find your answer to number 5. Okay, if you have any questions on that reading assignment was fairly simple, good information. But that does conclude our lesson for today. If you have any questions, write them down, save them for your teacher. Have a great day. Have a good weekend.